New York, did you really think the tragedy of Macbeth would be anything less than fantastic? Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand are at the top of their game in the chilling new adaptation of the William Shakespeare play, written and directed by Joel Coen, of Coen Brothers fame, in his first big-screen outing without brother Ethan. The drama, which opens the New York Film Festival, running Friday through October 10, pays homage to the likes of Orson Welles and Ingmar Bergman. Shot in arresting black and white, the Oscar-ready film makes no attempts to hide that it was performed almost entirely on a soundstage, complete with labyrinthine castles and foggy Scottish moors. Talks catharsis of Oscar-winning Nomadland, says co-stars didn't know she acts. Washington, of course, plays Macbeth, a weary general in the twilight of his life who, at the urging of his wife Lady Macbeth, McDormand, secretly plots to kill King Duncan, Brendan Gleeson, in an attempt to wrest the Scottish throne. But with blood on their hands and an ever-growing body count, Macbeth soon becomes racked with fear and guilt, and gradually loses his mind. At 66 years old, Washington is older than most actors typically cast as Macbeth, bringing new shades of desperation, rage and regret to the tortured character, who has memorably been played on stage and screen by Patrick Stewart, Kenneth Branagh, and Michael Fassbender. McDormand, 64, is similarly volcanic, but also finds unexpected tenderness and humor in the fiercely loyal Lady Macbeth, who knows deep down that murdering Duncan is their last shot at gaining power. This is it. This is the last go-round, for them, Washington explained at a post-screening Q&A for journalists Friday afternoon, ahead of the film's world premiere that night. They've been stepped over by kings and they want it. And we understand that. Washington was joined by Coen, McDormand and co-stars Bertie Carvel, Moses Ingram and Harry Melling during the animated, sometimes emotional panel. At one point, McDormand said she thinks that Shakespeare would be pleased by their adaptation. Minutes later, her phone went off mid-conversation. "Is that Willie Shakespeare on the phone?" Washington joked, laughing as McDormand pulled an old flip phone out of her handbag. The three-time Best Actress Oscar winner, who picked up her latest trophy for Nomadland in April, previously played Lady Macbeth on stage at Berkeley Repertory Theatre in Berkeley, California, in 2016. But she first performed the character's famous sleepwalking scene as a 14-year-old in English class, a driving factor in her wanting to become an actor. "I've basically been practicing and preparing for it for 50 years, McDormand said. "This is a perfect punctuation point for me, in so many ways." "When I hear our company talk, this is another thing about being an elder, I just get choked up over and over again," McDormand continued. "I can't believe we did this." She stopped, holding back tears as Washington clasped her hand. Washington, a two-time Oscar winner himself, is also a Shakespeare veteran. He appeared in the 1993 film Of Much Ado About Nothing, and performed in Othello, Richard III and Julius Caesar on the New York stage. "Coming back to the Bard now is the ultimate challenge, it's the ultimate reward," Washington said. It's where I started and where I want to finish. The Tragedy of Macbeth has so far received almost across-the-board raves from critics. It opens in theaters December 25, before streaming on Apple TV Plus January 14, 2022.